Bon, mesdames et messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue à l'émission. Eh bien, je dis là, c'est que nous avons une émission qui est très variée pour vous. Côté que nous allons présenter ou entrevue, ou rencontre que nous avons fait avec Maritza Myrtil. Maritza Myrtil, c'est un jeune de 27 ans qui a participé à un concours de beauté qui était fait dans l'Upstate de New York. Donc, nous connaissons très bien, nous ne connaissons pas parler. Donc, nous avons fait une entrevue avec lui pour nous demander l'opinion. Pour qui ça, pour qui raison, et qui ça que l'ité expecte de participation dans le concours de beauté, ça qui est fait dans l'Upstate de New York. Là. On va présenter une vidéo, ça, mesdames et messieurs. Pas oublier de suivre là, et Diaspora Info, bien Haïti Diaspora. Le bureau qui est situé à la 2135, qui est en avenue, nous offre différents services. Sur besoin de traduction de documents, au besoin de services de notaire public, au besoin de services qui ont à voir à la finance, au besoin de services restés, ou un cahier pour vendre, ou un cahier pour besoin acheter. Actuellement, nous avons un cahier pour vendre là, qui est à Outland, between un building de 3 familles qui avant et la Outland, pour un très très affordable, très très abordable. Donc, si vous êtes intéressé, checkez avec nous, on a plus de détails à Benoît, une usine qui est en très bonne condition. Donc, si vous avez un qui a aimé acheter le tout, checkez avec nous pour ça. Vous voyez que nous faisons real estate. Si vous avez un cas qui a besoin de louer tout, vous checkez avec nous. sur un room collaborer, qu'on a besoin de louer, checker avec nous tout, nous avons pour tout. Et ensuite, autre service que nous offrons, c'est le service de si vous avez enrôlé dans legal plan pour défendre n'importe quel problème légal vous avez, nous avons aidé le bien tout. Et ensuite, pour question finance là, et toute forme d'information que besoin soit faire finance, nous avons plusieurs consultants qui fait partie de l'organisation. Qui a deux, par exemple, Ralph Rameau, qui est capable de checker avec vous, va checker avec nous tout, pour nous aider à avec vous, montrer ce qu'on va faire pour préparer le futur. Si vous planifier le futur pour même, pour parents, pour famille, et bien checker avec nous, nous avons des experts qui sont avec nous pour ça. Nous avons un petit Rameau qui est avec nous, dans le domaine real estate là. Checker avec nous, nous avons un staff complet qui est là pour les deux invités de tout le monde qui est avec nous. Si les taxes arrivent, il est important qu'on tire avec nous, nous faisons taxe tout dans le bureau noir. Donc, mesdames et messieurs, nous avons monsieur qui a chargé vous, parce que non seulement que nous présenter Marisa Miantil, nous allons présenter tout, et nous connaissons un gros événement qui marque l'actualité à tous semaines, si on ne sait pas de parler, c'est la mort de Pédi. L'émission semaine dernière, nous avons consacré une grande partie de l'émission à ça. Nous connaissons que nous avons une croisade qu'on a fait, une campagne qu'on a fait, une campagne d'éducation, et qu'on avait essayé de faire, je me connecter avec ça qui est dans le passé. C'est-à-dire que Pédi, c'est une génération, il fait partie d'une génération qui est censée aller. Donc, nous avons présenté un hommage à lui-même, nous avons présenté un hommage toujours dit, nous espérons que nous étions à Tony Moïse Tout, il y a un membre fondateur de Chouchle. Et ensuite, nous avons fait un retour à deux anciens géants de la musique haïtienne, back to back n'a passé. Et puis, finalement, mesdames et messieurs, nous avons retourné avec vous pour faire un petit parler avec vous, pour nous rappeler que tout service qu'on a besoin, checker avec nous, nous l'avons servi avec vous. Si vous êtes venus examiner nous et checker avec nous dans Facebook, on fait une request à Haïti Diaspora. Parmi les tout choses, ça va apparaître tout le samedi avant que je finir ma vidéo qui côté qui est sur le channel web regardez la boucline Big Art il parle sur 3 channels et donc la vidéo qui laisse chaque samedi de 2h à 3h pas chaque deux samedis de 2h à 3h donc à partir de je crois à partir de juillet on prépare chaque samedi consécutivement donc maintenant je me sans plus tarder et nous toujours fait ça et on a débuté l'émission on dit qu'on a rendre hommage au grand créateur de l'univers, lui qui protège nous, qui donne la vie. Eh bien, le grand Jéhovah, nous va saluer Kounia là, avec une musique religieuse, et ensuite après quoi, on va présenter où, entrevue que nous avons gagné avec Marisa Miantil sur Benzer.
Dieu.
messieurs, je dirais là, nous avons une opportunité pour nous gagner un show et mademoiselle Maritza Miratil. Mademoiselle Maritza Miratil, c'est petit ou bon ami nous et des amis de vieille date. Raymond Miratil, professeur Miratil, et bien il était participé dans New York Pageant récemment et que nous avons aimé et font parler avec lui pour dire exactement l'expérience là et ensuite qui est l'importance que Pageant ça a pour lui. Maritza, how are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Maritza. I understand that recently you went to upstate New York and you participated in that pageant. So can you explain to the viewers, first of all, before we do that, can you introduce yourself to the community? Can you present yourself or introduce yourself to the community first?
Hi everyone, my name is Maritza Myrtle. Maritza Myrtle. I'm from Long Island and I recently participated in the Miss New York USA pageant. It's an amazing pageant. It's a part of the Miss Universe organization. And for you that do not know about Miss Universe, every single December, the organization, they host different women. So it's pageant winners. They hold the crown and they're from different countries all around the world. And so, for example, a couple years ago, Miss Haiti, Raquel, she was the first runner-up of Miss Universe. And it's an amazing organization. So I was a part of the Miss USA version of it, and I did the Miss New York USA. And whoever won, or every single year, whoever wins Miss New York USA, they go on to compete against all the other title holders of each state. So all 50 girls, they compete to become Miss USA. And whoever becomes Miss USA, they hold the crown for the year. They get to live in New York City in a beautiful penthouse apartment. They represent the organization for the year. They do a lot of philanthropic events. They basically work as a spokesperson for the organization, and they're also a role model to young girls and young women. And then they also get to compete in Miss Universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, according to what I try to understand, it's 3 steps on a activity. First of all, you are Miss New York,
Yeah.
and then you become Miss, and then you go to compete to become Miss USA, and the last step will be Miss Universe.
Yes.
Okay, listen. So let's go back again to the requirement. So what are the requirements for somebody to become or to participate into Miss New York pageant?
Okay. To participate in the Miss New York USA pageant, you have to be between the ages of, I believe, 19 to 28. They have a cutoff deadline date every single year, and you also have to be single. You cannot be married or divorced. You can't have any children. You have to live in the state for, I believe, 4 months, and they do a background check just to make sure that you have. And you have to either be in college or have graduated from a school. And they also make you do an interview prior to apply into the organization. You have to fill out a very easy form. You do an interview with one of the directors, and they just ask you questions about who you are. They want to see if you're well-spoken, your education. They want to know, why do you want to do this, and what will you do with the crown, and why you should be the next Mrs.
I get you. So it's very, very important. So, okay, there are things that you just mentioned here. So, the people who participated, the young girls who participated. So, when do they participate based on the fact that, what are the reasons? What are the main reasons for their participation?
I believe that girls, they participate for their own personal reasons, because the reality is that only one person can come home with the crown. But the journey of just doing the pageant, the journey leading up to it, it forces you to, for me personally, the reason why I did it was for multiple reasons. I wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone in a new and different way. I really respect the values of the organization. The tagline of it is called Confidently Beautiful. So it's really about confidence and bringing who you are it's not just about what's on the outside. Of course, each girl there is beautiful, but it's really about what's on the inside, what's in your heart, and also how you can represent the organization and how can you inspire young girls. So my why was one, I've been working as a fashion model for some years now, since I was 18, and when you work as a model, it's amazing. You get so many experiences, you get to travel around the world, but the thing is, you're just like a mannequin. You know, you don't really have a voice unless you're working with a client where you get to be a spokesmodel and you get to speak. But the pageant is more about who you are as a person, and I really like the fact that the pageant really is big about charitable organizations. And one of my passion projects is a project that I started with two of my friends where we support nonprofits in New York and Long Island, such as the Make-A-Wish Foundation, EAC Network. We support the All-Star Project, which is an amazing organization that gives back to inner city kids who come from families that do not have the means or funds to allow them to, say, go to theater classes or to go to art classes. They come from neighborhoods that cut back on those after-school programs. So I'm really big about being the person that I wish I had. Being the person I wish I was when I was younger. I'm 27 years now, so I have a lot of confidence, but when I was 14 or 15 years old, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I hated being tall. I hated being skinny. All the things that I love about myself now, I didn't like. And I really want to inspire young girls to love who they are. And that was my biggest why, just to share my story and just show. I think when people see someone who has accomplished a lot, they think that that person's different from them. But it's a journey, and if I knew at age 12 that I was going to do this pageant, or if I was going to model or travel around the world, I wouldn't believe you. But I'm doing it, so I want to inspire girls to dream big.
Great. So I understand also there, beside yourself, were there other Haitians who participated in the event. Yeah. So tell me about your relations with them.
So from my knowledge, there were 6 Haitian American girls, all first generation Haitian American girls that participated in the organization. All of them are awesome. One of them was my roommate, Bianca, and she actually won a non-finalist award, Best Evening Gown Walk. And I actually knew her before the pageant. We had an orientation for the pageant, and I got to meet a lot of the girls there. And Bianca, she comes to me and she's like, I know you from somewhere. And I'm like, where? And we're trying to figure it out. And we found out that we both used to be contributing writers for the same online women's website. It's called exonicole.com. And we were able to put it together, and we picked up back where we left off, and we decided to become roommates. So that was one that was easy. And we were both joking around, just saying how both of our Haitian mothers' prayers came into fruition, just because, doing a pageant, there's a lot of rumors that go on about girls being crazy and competitive and cutting each other's dresses. And I literally was praying that my roommate is a nice girl, a girl that I don't have to sleep with one eye open. And I literally got that. She was an amazing support system. We laughed together, we cried together, and she's awesome. Another girl I connected with who is actually Miss Long Island. So Long Island has their own pageant system as well. Yeah, and the current Miss Long Island is Michelle Noel. Yeah, she's Haitian, first generation Haitian, and I got to connect with her. She's a beautiful girl. I believe she is a nurse or practicing to become a nurse. And then I also met 4 other Haitian girls. I didn't get a chance to really get to know them, but it literally started off as Bianca saying, there's another Haitian girl, and then they're like, there's another Haitian girl, and then we literally were like, oh, we have to take a photo together. So the weekend was only 3 days, so we didn't have that much time to really connect on a deeper level, just because there's a lot that goes on. We have rehearsals, we have lunches, dinners, orientations that go on. So yeah, but it was awesome. It was great to, there's something that goes on when you meet another Haitian person, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so happy that you're here. It's so great just because you just have that connection. So yeah,
it's spontaneous.
Yeah,
spontaneous. Okay, now, so what about the sponsorship? Mm-hmm. Did you have to obtain sponsorship to participate in the event or in the pageant?
Yes, so one thing I can say to you guys, if anybody is interested in doing a pageant, pageants are expensive. You have to have a gown, you have to, you either pay for them to do your makeup or you do your own makeup. I did my own makeup because I love doing makeup. You have to pay for your hair, your interview outfits for the whole weekend because you have to look the part, and you have to get sponsorships. So luckily, one of my father's friends, he owns a Haitian restaurant on Linden Boulevard. I believe it's called Port-au-Prince Star. He donated to my GoFundMe, so thank you. And also, I also did a GoFundMe, so I kept it private. I didn't want to do something where I just asked anybody and everybody. And it took me, I think it's the Haitian in you. It feels awkward asking for people for money. Like, I knew I was doing this pageant since August, and I didn't create my GoFundMe until I made a GoFundMe in December, then I deleted it. I made a GoFundMe in January because I realized I still needed funding, and I was getting the deadline emails from one of the directors like, "Hi Maritza, we need your payment by January 18th. Let us know if you need an extension." So I was like, I need help. So I just created a private GoFundMe. I sent it to my closest friends and family. I wrote a nice little story sharing about me doing this pageant, why I am doing it, and I gave a breakdown of what exactly the money is going to, so people know, so they're not thinking I'm going on vacation with this money or spending it on, I don't know, a new bag. I broke it down to say I needed to pay for my sponsorship fees, I need to pay for my coaching. I worked with 2 pageant coaches just because I've never done a pageant before, and a lot of the girls who win and most of the girls that do this pageant, they've been doing pageants since they were like 16 years old, 17 years old.
So they keep on coming.
Yeah, so they keep on coming back, and there's just like any other job, to be a lawyer, a doctor, a model, you have to know the etiquette of what it means to be a pageant girl. You have to know the walk. The walk is completely different. I'm working as a fashion model, walking on runways. The walk is completely different. When you walk on a runway, you're walking, you're moving your hips, but your face is stoic. You can't smile.
Empowers youth living in underserved communities through scholarships.
You have energy, you get to smile, you get to spin. So it's like learning how to properly walk.
Someone has to train you to do that.
Yeah, so someone has to train you. So one of the coaches I worked with, her name is Amanda. She was Miss Ohio in 2002, and right now she works as a pageant coach. She's an actress, an opera singer, and she also works as a judge for the Miss. She was Miss Ohio USA. No, sorry, I have to correct myself. She was Miss Ohio for the Miss America pageant, which is like a different pageant from Miss USA, but it's one of the best pageants to do in America.
So that trainer, do you have to pay her?
Yeah,
or
you have to pay her.
In other words, you have to find her. So you have to find her. There's a way to find them, and then you select them, and then you pay them, right?
Yeah, so coaches, they don't work for free. Oh yeah, you have to pay for them. They have hourly rates, and your coaches, yeah, you have to find. So my coach, Amanda, the first one I worked with, I found her on Google. I Googled pageant coaches in New York. She's from Astoria, and then I wanted to find someone who either works as a judge or has won, because you learn in anything in life when you need a mentor.
It's like you do a business.
Yeah, it's a business. It's a business. It's not a hobby, because when you're going for the title of Miss New York, it's a job you're doing. It's not like a fun hobby where you just show up and you're like, "Hi guys." It's a job where you have appearances. You're doing things for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You're doing things for God Loves New York. Let us know if you need an extension. So I was like, I need help. So I just created a private GoFundMe. I sent it to my closest friends and family. I wrote a nice little story sharing about me doing this pageant, why I am doing it, and I gave a breakdown of what exactly the money is going to, so people know, so they're not thinking I'm going on vacation with this money or spending it on, I don't know, a new bag. I broke it down to say I needed to pay for my sponsorship fees, I need to pay for my coaching. I worked with 2 pageant coaches just because I've never done a pageant before, and a lot of the girls who win and most of the girls that do this pageant, they've been doing pageants since they were like 16 years old, 17 years old.
So they keep on coming.
Yeah, so they keep on coming back, and just like any other job, to be a lawyer, a doctor, a model, you have to know the etiquette of what it means to be a pageant girl. You have to know the walk. The walk is completely different. I working as a fashion model, walking on runways. The walk is completely different. When you walk on a runway, you're walking, you're moving your hips, but your face is stoic. You can't smile. Pageant walk is different. When you walk in a swimsuit, you get to be fun, you get to have energy, you get to smile, you get to spin. So it's like learning how to properly walk.
Someone has to train you to do that.
Yeah, so someone has to train you. So one of the coaches I worked with, her name is Amanda. She was Miss Ohio in 2002, and right now she works as a pageant coach. She's an actress, an opera singer, and she also works as a judge for the Miss. She was Miss Ohio USA. No, sorry, I have to correct myself. She was Miss Ohio for the Miss America pageant, which is like a different pageant from Miss USA, but it's one of the best pageants to do in America.
So that trainer, do you have to pay her?
Yeah,
or
you have to pay her.
In other words, you have to find her. You have to find her. There's a way to find them, and then you select them, and then you pay them, right?
Yeah, so coaches, they don't work for free. Oh yeah, you have to pay for them. They have hourly rates, and your coaches, yeah, you have to find. So my coach, Amanda, the first one I worked with, I found her on Google. I Googled pageant coaches in New York. She's from Astoria, and then I wanted to find someone who either works as a judge or has won, because you learn in anything in life when you need a mentor.
It's like a business.
Yeah, it's a business. It's a business. It's not a hobby, because when you're going for the title of Miss New York, it's a job you're doing. It's not like a fun hobby where you just show up and you're like, "Hi guys." It's a job where you have appearances. You're doing things for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You're doing things for God Loves New York. You're speaking on Good Morning America. So it's a job. Yeah, it's not like a hobby. I think that's what I used to think about pageants until every single year I watched Miss Universe, and it's literally a job. You're a spokesperson. You're making sure that the organization is represented right. You're making sure that the girls that look up to you are literally being fulfilled, and you're just making sure that the organization is just seen in a positive light.
Okay. What about the compensation? So when you become like Miss New York, so what do you get exactly?
So I believe Miss New York, you don't get a salary, but Miss USA gets a salary. Miss Universe gets a salary. But when you win Miss New York, you get scholarship money. You get, I know you get a wardrobe. You get a lot of aesthetics that come with being a pageant winner, because you have to look perfect all the time. Like during the weekend of my pageant, even if I was going to go downstairs to go get breakfast, I was in heels, my makeup was done, I had to look the part. So, and that's expensive to always have to look good. So they make sure that your wardrobe is paid for. They sponsor your wardrobe, they sponsor your makeup, they pay for if you want to go back to school, they give you $20,000 in scholarship money. They also give you these leadership classes where you learn public speaking. It's called the LEAP Foundation. They also give you, they sponsor your gown for Miss USA. They pay for your entire flight and your entire accommodations for Miss USA as well. For Miss USA, they train for 2 weeks prior. The location always changes. Sometimes it's in Vegas, sometimes it's in Atlantic City, New York City, or Miami, or I believe sometimes they do it in Texas, which is cool, and LA. But they just make sure that you literally have all the resources that you need to fulfill the role, and you get great scholarship money, and it opens up doors for you. For example, if you want to be a writer, if you want to be an actress, if you want to do anything in the public eye, like be a news anchor, if you want to work for the UN, they just have so many connections and networking opportunities that you get that as a regular human being, it'll be harder to get. So it literally opens up a million doors for you.
So is it limited only for the winners, or for like, is there for example, if you're like the 10th or the 12th person, or the 15th person, so do you get anything?
So yes, they do offer, everyone gets, okay, so every girl that becomes a semifinalist, because you have to apply to get in, you get a lot of great you get a lot of great gifts out of it. They give you like a gift bag. They just make sure that you're well taken care of. And the organization provides a lot of resources. Like if I send an email asking about anything, they'll be willing to help. It's really an organization created by women for women, and they're really big on, basically they're trying to create, yes, it's a beauty pageant, but they're basically trying to create the best leaders of tomorrow. And for example, the first runner-up wins a huge prize. The second, the third, the fourth. I believe top 20, they get some things as well. But all the 100 girls, we all get stuff, which is cool. We don't get a $20,000 scholarship like the crown title holder. Oh, also I forgot to say, the title holder gets to actually keep the crown. And it's made out of diamonds, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome.
That's good. Anyway, so is there any specific message that you would like to share with the audience? I know that there are many girls watching right now. They would like to know how to participate. Yeah. Is there anything specific that you would like to tell them?
I would first say work with a coach. I worked with 2 coaches. I mentioned Amanda, and I also worked with Luciara, who is an amazing, she's a black woman. She was a huge supermodel in the 80s, and she does all the production of training all the girls for Miss Universe, and she also works with the girls for Miss USA. She's a runway coach. She's worked with like the biggest supermodels, and I had the pleasure of working with her. So she's someone, you could literally look up her website. I got referred to her from a friend of a friend. And luckily I made that connection by deciding to share my journey. Originally, I was going to keep this whole journey to myself, but as I went along, I realized, I should tell people, 1, and then 2, I realized that it's not just about me, it's about my friends, my family, my community. Being a young Haitian American woman doing something positive, it's very uplifting. And also just being a New Yorker, there's such a large Haitian community in New York. So that has allowed me to just create more connections. And for anyone who is looking to apply, I would say to take it seriously, see it as a job, but also have fun with it, because again, only one person wins the crown, but it's a great opportunity to grow yourself, to learn how to become a better public speaker. When you do your interview, you're going into a room of 7 judges who don't know you. Your interview is only for 3 minutes, and you have such a short time for you to get across who you are, what makes you special, what you bring to this organization, and why you should win. And I would also just share to just be yourself. Be yourself, because if you're looking at the girl to the right or left of you, you're going to try to copy somebody else, but that's who they are. And the only way that you can win is just shining on what makes you unique and just being confident. Confidence is what gets you far. When you walk with confidence, when you move with confidence, when you speak with confidence, people notice that. You literally will light up rooms, and I just really would get the message across for young girls to just be confident in who they are.
Good. So it was a pleasure to have Maritza Myrtil with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to show also a lot of pictures that you sent to us, a lot of videos and pictures, and I will try to see if I can have that on channel 115 in Long Island and also in Brooklyn.
Chérie, lorsque de toi je rêve, un chant se lève du ciel, descend le cœur des anges, le monde change, ma vie devient une symphonie, tout en lumière. Douce reine, et toi, tu viens tout près de moi.
il sent au cœur. Surtout l'homme mais on vit, il va t'appeler que la limite. La vie gagne de solution, nous on s'en porte la balle. La vie pas gagne frère, ou non pas gagne, mais pas gagne problème. saison. Chaque année change la nature. Le mois fleurit, l'été porte le soleil avec l'automne. Le feuillet va tomber. En hiver, la Dieu met ton manteau bleu. C'est le seul, ton petit oiseau besoin de chauffer. Soleil est caché, comme s'il peut parler. Avec l'hiver, ciel va bien belles étoiles.
Mes pauvres voisins.
C'est ça. Des historiens, des hommes de l'œuvre, des professeurs, qui pourraient chiter avec nous pour expliquer nous qui ça, musicien ça, te représenté pour répondre. Il y a des ouvrages qui écrits, politiques qui parlaient de eux. Autrement dit, il y a une certaine association entre musiciens ça et la politique de l'époque. C'est pas extraordinaire que lié. Il y a plus de jeunes qui ont regardé qu'on n'a pas compris ça, me dire. Mais il y a plus de monde qui soit fait des recherches, il y a des gens qui vivent dans une certaine période de temps, il y a compris exactement ça me dit là, très important. Mais ça n'a fait la PC venir avec des professeurs, des hommes qui réellement connaissent l'époque là, des hommes qui étudient l'époque là, des hommes qui gagnent un peu d'informations sur l'époque là. Nous allons chita pour essayer d'expliquer la connexion qui y a entre musique ça avec la période politique ça qui existait durant la période. C'est un bail qui est réellement extraordinaire. Donc, mesdames et messieurs, je suis arrivé presque l'enfer. Nous avons consacré, pas oublier les moyens, c'est Jean Rameau 516 322 96 29. Ça c'est portable moi. Office c'est 516 et 718 576 26 67. Et puis, pas oublier tout, chose ça allait paraître sur Brick Art et le samedi de 2h à 3h chaque deux samedis. Donc là, l'élément m'a dit exactement ce qui channel qui apparaît ou bien m'a essayé poster dans Facebook qui le qui apparaît ou bien encore sur le website diaspora.info qui le qu'on regarder ni salon galana ni sa bouquin. Pas oublier que nous faisons service de immigration, traduction de documents et service qui rapport à finance, n'importe information besoin qu'on planifie vous, besoin ou besoin planifier vous, besoin connaître sur monde qui pas acheter caille comment pour préparer ou payer caille. Sous besoin acheter caille tout donc caille doit acheter caille, sous besoin vendre caille pour la checker avec nous avons vendre caille pour tout. Louer caille, nous avons fait ça pour sur une caille pour louer checker avec nous, un room ou une chambre pour louer checker avec nous tout. Et ensuite et en gros, le plus le service que nous offrons, service légal, au besoin et venir faire poste dans on compagnie d'avocats pour n'importe quel médical qu'on gagne, nous avons faire ça. Et au besoin de parler crédit ou tant d'autres aides, tant d'autres assistances que nous avons offrir mesdames et messieurs. Donc m'a quitté non. Et donc et nous allons présenter au Kounia là, nous avons passé Sico, nous avons passé Tony Moïse, Pédi, toutes les choses à aller. Donc, et Sikoto, nous voyons pas ce qu'on y a là, et un dernier musicien qui était joué dans le mot, Richard Dugo, tout le monde connaît monsieur, et bien monsieur va jouer petit carole pour nous, et ça c'est une époque qui était assez important, même monsieur toujours vivant, il parle un groupe qui est allé, donc nous allons le présenter Richard Dugo, mesdames et messieurs, bye bye, pas oublier de contacter moi, c'est 516 322 86 29. Bye bye, à la semaine prochaine.
La joie, la gaieté, qui